Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? I have another great topic for you today. But first, I have a question for you. Have you been in that situation where you really need something to come through for you and it's got you on edge and someone tells you, just have faith? Just have faith. So how do you do that? Well, I'm Sherry Braggs and I'm going to talk to you about how faith works. And how many of my fellow believers out there actually have faith? Well, God has dealt every believer the measure of faith. And there are some Christians who's been born again, but they have never been taught how to use faith. So when faith is not being used, it's in you. It's just lying dormant. So that reminds me, back in 1987 when I was in Houston, Texas, during one of my surgeries, I had an aneurysm on my aorta, and the doctor accidentally cut my ureter. The ureter, it's that tube that carries your urine from your kidney to your urinary bladder. And since my ureter was cut, I was bedridden for about 8 weeks. And when those 8 weeks were up, there were these two heavy occupational therapists that was there to really help me to walk again. Now, when my feet hit that floor, it was so very painful till I cried. And I'm not one of those that normally cry, but I hadn't used my body in so long. And so it was difficult for me to do. So the two gentlemen helped me to walk from my bed to my recliner, which wasn't that far, and they did most of the work. Just didn't have the strength to stand on my own. Now, although my body had the ability to walk, I just hadn't used that ability in about a couple of months, so it was difficult. And faith is the same way when it's not being utilized. It's in you, it's just being lying dormant. And there are a lot of Christians who don't think they have faith, but they do. It just hasn't been exercised. It's just like muscles. We all have them, but in some people, you can't tell because they haven't built them up. So how do you build up faith? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And so it's a good habit to start out just reading the word. And you don't have to read much, just a small portion. It'll help build up your faith. And it helps to listen to someone such as a preacher, whether at church or online. Because the benefit of listening to a preacher is that it will expand your knowledge of the word. Because sometimes if you're not used to reading the Bible, it's not easy to understand. And so hearing and reading the word, it's just like eating. You know, you put the food in your mouth, you chew it and you swallow it, and your body does the rest. So you've done your part. Your blood, your kidney, and your digestive system, it takes what it needs and it gives your body the energy and the strength so that your body can operate. And faith works the same way. So just reading and hearing the word, it will increase your faith. It will give your faith the fortitude that it needs so that you can start believing and doing the impossible. Thank you very much.